I'll always vote Republican because that's where my values lie. But let me make something very clear. There is no reason for me to show up to meetings, get hyped up, clap, cheer, or pretend everything is all right when the party refuses to fight for the people who live right next door to me. In Douglasville, Republicans don't run nearly enough candidates, okay? Meanwhile, Democrats run 2 to 4 times as many candidates, and they even fight each other in packed primaries just for the chance to represent this community. That's the difference. They show up, even in districts they already dominate. We don't. Even in districts where people are begging to be seen. If my neighborhood isn't worth canvassing, if my district isn't worth investing in, if my community isn't worth recruiting candidates for, then why should you be worth my time? Politics is a two-way street. My vote isn't a donation. It's an exchange. And until you see my district as a battleground worth entering and my neighbors as people worth fighting for, you have not earned my right to ask for my energy, my attendance, or applause. I'll pull the lever, that's my duty. But the rallies, the meetings, the loud excitement, save it. Show up for us, and we'll show up for you.
Linda Burks. I am from Douglas County, and as it relates to this district being drawn here, I want to start off by saying there were a few things said over in the state capitol before we came here by Senator Nan Orrick and by Senator Elena Parent. And these words were that our state, our country, is built on the backs of black people who pick cotton. That's as simple as it is. Then we went on further to use words such as colored, and black, and white. And as we continue to promote this segregation, then our lanes, our maps are redistricted to where in one lane or in one region, we're supposed to have more people to represent people of color or people who look like me. And they say these black districts, these black areas, they are to make sure that black people are not affected by the voting. They have the right place to go and vote. But I want to ask you, because we always deny systemic racism, and here this is systemic racism at its greatest. I and people like me will be underrepresented because of these maps. These maps pose a very, very detrimental ideology, not just for me, but also my children, the people who play with my children, and the people who want to get to know me as an individual. Because in order for them to have their rights represented, they can't live in my district.